What
Wow.
is up, everybody?
Wow.
Welcome
Wow.
to
Wow.
Wednesday night in the rectangles. Eric's peeking green out the side, showing off a lovely spring backdrop.
It was so nice outside. I almost went outside. Today. It was so close.
I could tell. It looks like the sun just kissed your cheek a little bit and
Yeah,
warmed
well,
you up.
this is the cheek that faces the window when I play video games, and so I get a nice little strip right here.
Yeah,
It's
that's
really nice. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
sunset strip. That's what they. That's
That's
what.
why it's called that. How are you doing, Justin? How's it going? Nice and warm outside. You got the kids. What do you guys do today?
We went outside briefly after school, but it was too hot, and so we came home and sprayed each other with a hose.
Nice.
I
Classic.
won. I
Classic.
won.
How are they after Justin visited the bar I work at on Monday on this way home from gymnastics with his kids?
Yes.
And I was like, you guys like Shirley Temples? And they both perked up. And then they drank like 12 ounces of Shirley Temple in like 14 seconds. I was like,
Yeah.
good luck, Justin.
It was. They looked at me like they were like, "Oh, who are we going to see?" And then you said Shirley Temple, and they were like, "I love it here."
I love Shirley Temple.
Yeah,
Great, perfect.
it was beautiful. They drank that faster than the beer I was trying to guzzle as quickly as possible. So,
Yo,
shouts to them.
when you come to Dad's house, Dad's gonna treat you right. Okay,
That's right.
Dad's gonna treat you right. How do you make your Shirley Temple, Justin? Are you a Sprite or a ginger ale man?
Ginger ale now and forever.
That's what I do.
That's what a Shirley Temple. Yeah, I know. I could tell. You can tell quality. You can spot quality.
Talent sees talent.
Talent sees talent. That's
Did they enjoy the bourbon infused cherries I put in there?
They loved those.
Good.
They loved those, and the vermouth marinated straws that you brought out. Really classy.
Vermouth marinated. That's what I call when I shove a bunch of straws in vermouth and shake it really hard. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Hey, you're a bar chef, and don't let anyone ever tell you.
Don't let anyone scream at me. Stop putting straws in the vermouth. Got it, Justin.
It's almost Memorial Day, the official kickoff of summer.
It's true.
I'm very excited. You doing anything to usher in the great sun god of Ra into your life?
Not to talk about work, but I'm going to be working all weekend because this is when the bartenders come out of their cold winter caves with the wallets that have little flies coming out of it, and they suddenly have more money than they know what to do with.
Money, I remember money.
Yes, good, dude. At my worst, I was spending Monday nights playing I played Starship Troopers like 4 Mondays in a row during the winter at my bar. I was like, dude, I got to do something to get people in this place. And now
did it work? Playing the movie Starship Troopers?
People like it. That's one of those movies that you start to glance at, and then you're like, dude, everyone at the bar has their neck twisted watching this movie, dude.
Number one movie for that? Castaway.
Ah,
you put Castaway out at a bar, everybody's watching.
People are going crazy. Not my favorite movie.
No, it's okay. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. It's not for you.
You don't have to like anything. It's true.
You don't have to like anything. That's true. What a great life philosophy.
Wow. Pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. Sometimes I don't like anything. What are you doing to prepare, Justin? Are you infusing, speaking of liquors, you infusing some new weird, you got some weird shit going on here?
I'm infusing some a grapefruit mezcal is what I'm making right in the kitchen right now. Can't wait to make that. And then this is extremely esoteric. My sage in my garden has flowered, and I'm going to make a sage flower simple, which makes a killer bourbon drink.
Wow. Look at you, man. Look at you. What a dream. How's that garden doing? Is it about to go fucking crazy, or is it going
half good and half bad? Look, we got Connor Ozer in the comments already. I think this is either a compliment or a roast. You be the judge. It's the beverage hour.
It's the beverage hour, everybody. Welcome. Connor, get in here. Come on, bud. Let's chat. Spence in the chat says, I'd like to hear Eric describe the plots of movies that he hasn't seen. I have not seen many movies.
Have you seen Castaway?
I have seen Castaway vaguely. He's like a mailman that crashes on an island, right?
That is wrong, sort of. That is mostly wrong.
He's a mailman, right?
He works for FedEx. Famously, one of the most massive product integrations in all movies. There's more FedEx logos in that movie than in Coconuts. You're confusing You've Got Mail with Castaway.
No, he's a FedEx driver, and then his best friend's a coconut.
No, his best friend is famously a volleyball. Wilson. Huh. It's not a. That's the big clue. Is his name is Wilson, which is who makes a volleyball.
Oh, that makes sense.
Which I don't know. Maybe you've encountered coconuts that are branded, which is a great idea. First off, or B, you play volleyball with a coconut.
Yeah, it's really hard. I wasn't very good at it. My poor fingers.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm not really a beach person in general, so I'm not like a volleyball guy. I'm not a beach sport man.
And I like when you don't go to a place, you don't have yours like delete. I'm not interested in any of this stuff.
President of the private chat says, what does Eric think the plot of Con Air is? Well, that's easy because there are context clues. It's a bunch of convicts who are in the sky. I'm going to assume, I have not seen Con Air. I'm going to assume a bunch of convicts are being transported via airplane, and the pilot gets sick, and one of the convicts has to fly the airplane.
I mean, that's better than your understanding of Castaway, a movie you have seen. So I'll give you that one for sure.
What happens in Con Air? Is that what happens?
Yeah, basically. There's a lot of other stuff. But
this is good.
That's pretty good. I will say that movie does sort of say what it is in the name. So I think
it's too easy.
You need a. How about Speed? Have you ever seen Speed?
No.
Give it to me. Tell me what happens in Speed.
It's either, or maybe it's both, because sometimes the words are double entendres. It's a cocaine.
Mr. Hollywood over here.
A cocaine addicted race car driver must put the drugs aside for one last race. Is that good?
Great. What's your other? That's just so far away. But you don't know anything about Speed.
Look, you don't know the plot of Speed?
Look, I didn't even invite him in. He just appeared like a ghost.
Is it about driving or is it about drugs?
For 72 years. And no one has ever done a Speed parody sketch or brought up being.
They probably have, but it was probably, it must have been very forgettable. Is it about cocaine or is it about driving? Which one is it?
It's about driving. This is one of the most sketch premises in all of Hollywood. It's a bus. Keanu Reeves, Sandy B.
It's the bus
some chemistry. The bus.
Yes.
Can't let that bus get slow.
If the bus goes over 88 miles an hour, we go back in time.
Exactly. You travel in time.
God damn it.
Is that right?
Look, you made him go away. That's how mad he is.
I really
what
do.
About the movie The Rock with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage.
Well, you already fucked it up for me because I was going to be like, great. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson is.
It's his origin story.
The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. The Rock is also known as Alcatraz, the prison, correct?
So all right, this guy's got it. It's about
prison.
It's about Alcatraz.
Give us I want a log line. I don't just want.
Sean Connery is the warden of the prison, and Nicolas Cage works for the prison and uncovers corruption.
Oh wow, that's a real.
That's actually pretty good.
Is that good?
Yeah, but I think okay. Let me give you a better clue. It was made in 1992 and is not dramatic.
Yeah,
it's not
the
dramatic.
Real question is how bad is Nicolas Cage's hair in the movie? Do you think?
That's good. It's like two Farrah Fawcett's stacked upside down on top of one another.
Yeah, he has a Lego helmet of hair in that
movie. I don't know. What's it about?
The Rock is about how Sean Connery is basically a James Bond type character, where he is a former British intelligence officer who was famous for escaping Alcatraz. Ed Harris plays a former veteran or current soldier who has taken nuclear bombs to Alcatraz. Nicolas Cage is a hacker, maybe a chemist. He's a chemist who needs to break into Alcatraz. And so they get Sean Connery to help Nicolas Cage break into Alcatraz to then for Nicolas Cage to do chemistry on these nuclear bombs or whatever.
I would rather take a bath than watch that any day of the week.
Wow.
Any day of the week. Give me a
Now,
bath.
that's your Siskel and Ebert. That's your Siskel and Ebert quote.
I give that.
I know this is a character show. I would watch Eric come up with plot lines for an hour.
I'm not
pretty good.
I'm using my context clues. I'm getting close.
He hits and misses. I'll give Kathy L the shout out. I thought I was the worst with movies.
No, I'm pretty bad. Also, when my friends play that game where it's like 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon or like who was in one movie, I don't know any of those people. I do not know these people. Not interested.
For a man who spends a lot of time in a bar, you would be horrible at bar trivia.
We do trivia every Monday at my bar, and I'm really bad. I'm not good. I'm very supportive, though. That's what's important.
That's nice. That's the most.
I think that's
shame.
good.
There isn't some sort of a way to recognize that skill in the bar.
What am I going to do? Study? Am I going to go home and study movies?
I don't know. Do you like movies?
Yes, it's your career. Yeah.
Playing the role of Eric's dad is Spencer.
Boring.
Hey, get a job. Get a job in this industry.
Get a job. No, if Spencer was my dad, he would be like, this is something my dad literally did. He called me one time, and this was not several years, maybe 10 years ago. He was like, you know what you got to do? He's like, you need to find Ellen's office, and you need to go to Ellen. That woman is so funny, and you need to hand her a resume. Mm-hmm. And you need to tell her, I'm willing to do anything. I will do anything. I'll work my way up. Talk to Ellen.
I like that he thought you have Ellen adjacent energy.
That's nice.
That's a real
I am.
Let's say,
yeah, it's like I'm like kind of funny and like medium abusive.
Well, I was going to say what we learned about Ellen. That was actually horrible advice. He was setting you up for a career of horrible treatment.
It's true. Well, maybe iron sharpens iron. You know, maybe we would have made each other better.
You would have made Ellen better.
I could fix her, is what I'm saying. Oh my gosh! All right, folks, and you know what you can't fix. You are here to see an amazing character show. Some of the best in the business are here.
Iron sharpens iron about Ellen DeGeneres. Put that should go that's on the wall. So if I only got my hands on Ellen, iron sharpens.
Dude, we could have made each other the best
really
version of ourselves, dude, for sure.
DeGeneres and Feurer, put them on the wall.
Come on, get it. Folks, you're here to see the best character show on this or any side of the rectangles. We have several, in fact, character performers. We have a couple of character performers, including a couple of hosts that are going to be performing today. Every middle-aged lesbian needs a funny straight guy behind them. Red Hauser, put that right under iron sharpens iron. I love that too. We are so excited. Should we bring out our first character, Justin?
I think it's a great idea.
I'm so fun. I'm so fun. God, I'm just enjoying my own company. It's really
so fun. But I'm going to pass the baton for a brief moment to someone else who is also fun.
Let's do it.
You know, we've all, perhaps as a little kid, you had to choose your sport. I also chose this sport. And boy, was it the people that chose to coach it in a small town upstate New York were weird. And I bet we're about to meet someone just like that. Please welcome to the Rectangles, a Grammy soccer coach.
Yay!
Hi, go Tigers! How are yous? I'm Ruthie's Grammy. I'm here to coach your soccer practice today. On account of, and I say this respectfully, your coach was doing a crap job. Which, after I screamed that to him a million times, he said, if you don't like how I'm coaching, you do it. Well, here I am. Now, just know I'm missing soft serve Sundays at the senior center for this. So I need you all to make like JFK and blow my mind today with your little soccer. Go Tigers. Now, if you do good, you either get a puff or a York patty. Both are minty. Ruthie, you can have them all. First things first, you'll notice the balls are a lot cleaner. I took the liberty of covering them in plastic. So just like my couch, your soccer balls are now untouchable. Oh, Don't make those faces. When I was your age, one of us curled into a ball, and that's what we kicked. You, I'm going to call you gumdrops on account of your gumdrops are hanging out. Pull your shorts up. Okay, now let's make like your name just got called for the draft and run. Run like a draft dodger straight to Canada. That's right. Get in a circle. All right. I want you to run like you're running through a JCPenney senior sale. Faster! It's 10% off. There it is. You see a sweater in bright teal. It's perfect. But what's this? A young blonde is headed straight for it. She doesn't deserve it. She has years left. You want to die in this sweater. Run! What do you mean, what's JCPenney? Benched. Now that she's warmed up, it's time for the practice game. Take your sides, and just like the war, you better hope you're on the right one. You, little Bob Dylan, quit playing in the grass. Move it. You three, Larry, Curly, and Mo, if you're cramping, stretch more before we start. Things don't get better as you age. I'll tell you, your hamstring hurts. Try a root canal the same day your Henry strokes. Here we go. Game time. Now, I want you to pretend your doctor just called. He said it's not bad, but it's not great. It's normal at your age, but you got to calm down with the sugar. That plastic-covered ball, that right there, that's your last bite of sugar. That's the last hard caramel at the bottom of your purse. Not quite melted and not quite rock hard. Perfect to suck on when you need a final treat. The goal, that's your dentures. Get it in there. Go, go, go. This is it. You're going to die with no joy in your life. It's your last bite. Don't you want joy? Great work. Grab a sip of water, my little tigers. Dennis the Menace there. Not you. You're sweating like a hot flash. Just drink what's coming off your nose. Okay. Back on the field, we're going to end with a skills test. Grab a partner. Pick a good one. Divorce is ugly. Now, I want you to kick the ball back and forth with your partner. Yeah, I'm going to get down on your level. Maybe you try. Maybe you try off the head, off the foot, anything besides your hands, but your hands behind your back, just like my old boss should have done. Instead, he grabbed my butt. You grab my butt, you get kicked in the nut. This is it. You're the boss. Keep your hands where I can see them. This is an office, for Christ's sake. Touchy with the handsy, I kicky with the footy. Do you want to get kicked in the nuts? Oh, what's this? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet baby Jesus and Elvis above. Senior center's doing extra swirls on the soft serve. Grammy's got to go. Good luck, kiddos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica LaMonica.
Hey,
Hey.
That was great. Really, really funny. Wow. I
Yay.
love that. I posted this in the chat, but the idea of someone covering the soccer balls with plastic so that they don't get dirty is like one of the top 3 funniest things I've ever heard. That is I love that so much.
I mean, who wants a dirty soccer ball?
That is
No one
so
wants to kick that ball.
funny. The imagery of that.
My Grammy really has like a couch you can sit on, and then she has like her pretty room with the plastic. Well, I don't know if she has it anymore, but she used to have the plastic on the couch, on like the pretty couch.
And when does that come off? Is there a certain like Pope level person that has to come to town, or is it?
It's not me, because the plastic was always there when I was there. So.
And do you sit on the plastic?
Yeah, you said
You just don't go in there.
She has a room, like the living room is like, you can go in there. This couch is safe. And then there's like this pretty room where it's like, there's a clock, there's a plant, plastic couch, pictures on the thing, you know, where you open some old liquor.
It's the pretty room.
Yeah.
We didn't have a pretty room in the places I grew up. We had a mud room though.
That's where you put mud on the furniture.
Quite often the opposite of the pretty room.
Okay.
I think that the idea of the plastic on the couch is that it's an investment. You buy this thing and you're like, I'm trying to appreciate this thing in value, right?
And the sentiment
And
is
to
there,
sell
but
it?
shouldn't we use it?
Yeah, you can't. There's no furniture. You think you're going to get more money for it?
If it's covered in plastic, maybe. If it suddenly becomes, mid-century modern wasn't always mid-century modern. It was this century modern.
Let's call Grammy right now. I'm like, are you planning on selling your couch?
Yeah.
Yeah, see what it's worth. I don't know.
Our couch values, that was the retirement back then? The skyrocketing ottoman prices?
I'm just saying, it's an option. It's there. And couches, you know how much couches cost? When was the last time you bought a couch, Justin?
Couches
Have you ever
are
bought a
expensive.
No, couches are very expensive. Believe me, that's no fun.
No, yeah, Grammy's on to something.
Yeah, I think she's smart.
Red Hauser says it's like wedding china. So you're just sort of that's what I think is you're saving it for like the big moments.
You're saving it for the wedding.
I really like that everyone's giving. So you call it the pretty room. Fenley Jones says my grandmother's was the white room.
Ooh.
I really like
Plastic on everything.
The white room.
The white room. I love
most of the stuff in that room was cream.
Cream.
See?
Yeah. So
well, then you get some kid over there. You sit down, you got a little bit of mud on that's over.
There's no way, maybe she'd all have to ask her, but she had 3 boys. So there's no way she had plastic in a South Philly row home growing up. But now she moved to the burbs, and I think she's like, now's my time. No, plastic went on because she's like, now's my time to have fancier things, I think.
Interesting. I have 3 boys too, which are rats. And they are allowed on the couch, in fact.
Oh, that's really sweet.
It's pretty cute. That's
nice.
It's pretty cute.
I'll have to tell my Grammy that.
Yeah. That'll work. Hey, I met this guy who lets his rats on the couch.
Make sure she's sitting down and feeling good before you tell her that.
You got to move out of New York, Jessica. Move out of New York.
The boys are no good there. Rats on the couch. Oh, my gosh.
I do love a good rat. They're so cute.
Really? You think so? Yeah,
they are. Love them. They don't know they're rats. They're like little kittens.
That's a nice way to look at it. That's a great way to look at anything that's sort of a net negative.
And be like,
they don't know they're a nightmare asshole.
They don't know they're ruining society.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. That really makes me have a lot of empathy for everyone that has ever harmed me.
Aww.
I like that.
Wow.
And that's what the show is all about.
Yeah, and this generating Eric empathy.
Yes, exactly.
It's a finite. Let me say, it's a finite resource.
Slowly, I discover what it's like to be people.
His heart grew 10 times that show, and 10 times more.
That's all I wanted out of this.
That's nice. Did you play soccer growing up?
I did not. I tend to keep writing characters about things I know nothing about.
That's good.
That's
good.
I'm like Googling, like, what is soccer?
Well, when I was a kid, the soccer, that was sort of before the big soccer revolution that every kid played soccer. So it was definitely like the weird sport to play, where you weren't good at football or like baseball or any of the more top tier sports or hockey. So I did soccer because I was like, I'm not going to play football. Baseball is a nightmare. And so the soccer coach was Mr. Breckenridge, the German teacher, who was this giant dude who always just threw grass in the ground because we were all so bad.
You said, like, well, it was my last pick.
Yeah, it was his last pick too. He's like, Tyler, you're such a hockey puck, which I think is his most extreme swear word that you could say to children.
Can you give it a nice German affect and do it again?
He didn't speak German. he taught German.
That's fun. Yeah, boo.
That was a lot less fun.
Well, your language teachers were direct transplants from Spain.
Yes.
Only.
Wow. Hi. Very fancy.
I think I played soccer for like a day or two at like the local YMCA.
Yeah.
Like when everyone was dabbling in like some swim lessons or like a little drop-in soccer. That's about as far as I got.
Yeah. I played soccer, but I wasn't good. I thought I invented a move in soccer that was like gonna fucking radicalize the sport. I was like, I'm gonna be so good.
And that's such an Eric thing.
I
wish we had a video.
Yeah. Well, it's very simple. It's very simple. When I was on defense, I would just I would put my hands out like basketball and just try to stop the person. And that's not allowed.
That is the one thing I know about soccer is no hands. I was like, I have a grasp of.
No, not a lot of.
I would like get up in their face, like get all weird like this. Just wasn't right.
Coach, Eric's getting weird on the field. I know. He's gonna get a yellow card.
I'm just let him run back and forth until he gets exhausted.
then he'll have a seat.
Let the boy run.
Let the boy run.
I went to my first soccer game. It was a women's soccer game, which was incredible. A couple months ago in I'm gonna forget the name. It's in New Jersey, but they're like the New York / New Jersey.
Yeah.
like women's soccer team.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
They were
where the
amazing.
teams play out in Jersey, I believe.
Yeah, I did. I've never seen them be called. It literally said like NY/NJ, like next to the name of the team, and I was like,
Nice.
oh, okay,
Oh, it's
They were amazing.
It's NYNJ Gotham FC.
got them. Yeah, they were
FC, yeah.
good.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome. That's very fun.
Soccer.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead, Justin.
I was saying, Jessica, anything you want to plug before we let you go?
I'm doing the show on the 31st, the Characters Welcome show on the 31st.
Our
I'm so
show?
excited.
Yo,
I'm so
huge.
excited.
That's gonna
Yes.
be fun. Theme is hot mic. Got to have a microphone. Any hints towards your piece? You already
It's
got
gonna
a
be
set?
like cabaret Broadway-esque.
Wow,
And I
Love
may
it.
or may not be some form of road sign.
huge.
Okay. That's
I
two
mean-
big. That's two major clues. That's two major
Folks,
clues.
you gotta folks, run, don't walk, and start now because it's far away. It's a couple
It's far
blocks
away.
away from Barclays Center. It's gonna be awesome. Dope. That is awesome.
Yes, please. It's going to be a super fun show. Please come. It's not yet listed on the website, but mark it on your cows for the 31st of this very month. Next
31st?
Friday, not this
Woo!
Friday. Next.
Tell your friends you're doing something, and they can come too. Hell, it
Yeah.
sold out last show, so you should come and check it out. It's gonna be a heck of a time.
It's a
So
blast.
excited.
Yes. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Jessica. It was so good
Yeah,
to see
thank you for having me.
Bye. See you later.
Oh, that was fun.
So good.
Justin, what are you gonna do for the show?
I don't know yet. Let me be honest. I haven't thought about it. I haven't been able to think too much in advance. I'm in very much. My life has collapsed.
Yeah, dad mode's engaged. And Justin, you're taking a trip soon, huh?
Yes, I'm going upstate this weekend to see the fam, get some
Wow.
help with the kids, and then in a couple weeks after that, I'm going to retrieve my wife in Spain.
Wow. And she doesn't want to come back. Yes.
No. I'm gonna be gonna have to trick her. I'm gonna have a series of disguises, sort of like in many identities, like Ripley, the Netflix show. I'm gonna be like really murdering my way to get my wife back.
And okay, what is that about?
Hey, yeah, what's the plot of Ripley, Eric?
Before you ruined it, Justin, I would have assumed it was some sort of biopic about Ripley's Believe It or Not. It's especially when you said disguises, I was like, okay, this guy seems like a, that kind of a dude, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's Ripley the whole time.
Yeah. Well, I will say the movie that maybe helps you. It's called The Talented Mr. Ripley. So,
And that is that based on a book?
yes, Patricia Highsmith series of books.
So it's just a guy that's like good at stuff, huh?
Yeah, he's very talented. He's like a triple threat.
And he's a mister, which means he hasn't
Yeah.
been married. He's not
Yeah.
married.
He like booked a couple non-union commercials, and he's like on a house team at UCB.
You got me, dude. He's already talented. That's already I'm already looking up at that, being like, wow, incredible. The talented Mr. Ripley. Wow.
I think that counts as a guess, right, Spence?
Yeah. Ripley's Believe It or Not. Give me another one, Spence. Come on. Let me hear it. You're
You're
muted.
on mute.
He's just saying the words in a different order. He's like, what's the talented Mr. Ripley about? Oh, it's about a Mr. Ripley who's talented.
All right,
Not
I'll go
really
for
a-
it. All right, think of one, and I'll go for it on the next break.
Rodney Dangerfield and Jonathan Brandis are in a movie called Ladybugs.
I mean, I would bet no one could tell you the plot of this movie.
You know the plot of this one.
I know the plot of this movie. I'm saying a more regular.
It has to. The reason I'm thinking of it, it has to do with the most recent interstitial conversation you just had. There's a connection there.
There's a connection between Spencer. I don't remember what we just talked about.
Okay.
Soccer? It's about soccer.
Okay. It is soccer's. Yes, good.
Okay, so he's Rodney Dangerfield has to do community service and coach a girls' soccer team called the Ladybugs that are the worst team around. And this is also the plot of Mighty Ducks, and this is also the plot of Bad News Bears. And and so they really turn it around.
What's Jonathan Brandis in the movie?
I don't even
You
know.
don't even know who that is?
No, I do not know.
Didn't you watch a little show called Sequest DSV? He was a heartthrob.
Sequest.
Deep space, deep submergible vehicle.
Yeah, it's basically Star Trek, but under the ocean. It made a generation of people want to be marine biologists.
A generation, Eric.
And yet there's still a lot of the ocean we haven't explored. So huge failure on their part, huh?
Yeah, well, there's yeah, that's true. And Jonathan Brandis killed himself. So
Oh, in the movie?
no, in real life.
That is true. I was in a diner where the only signed portrait they had was Jonathan Brandis in upstate New York. I was like,
Value went up.
"Woof,
Yeah.
take that down."
Wow, crazy.
So in Ladybugs, Jonathan Brandis plays Rodney Dangerfield's son, I think, or stepson.
Yes.
And they decide to dress him up as a young woman.
It's a Mrs. Doubtfire situation.
Yeah.
To be a ringer on an otherwise bad.
It's really more of a Joanna Man situation.
Interesting. Let's take it back to Tootsie. Let's take it back to Tootsie.
Tootsie.
Yeah.
You know what a movie I have seen? What's the one where the guy from Blade is a drag performer and has to drive across the country?
Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Julie Newmar.
Wong Fu with loves.
Good movie. Good movie. Anyway.
Yes. This is great. It's rare when we do a little comedy bit where we all look bad. We all come out of there taking an L.
Yeah, that's true. I think we should just welcome on our next guest, Justin. What do you say?
I think that's a fantastic idea. Very excited for this next guest because, we grew up on this, both the product and the content. So I'm very happy to do it. Please welcome out to the Rectangles a cereal commercial. Wow.
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen.
Let's face it, when you're a single father, raising a kid can be a little tough. There's soccer practices, dance recitals, not to mention the fact that your daughter clearly prefers spending time with your ex-wife, Alice, and that's not going to fly with you. That's why over here at my small sad condo, we start our mornings right with Single Dad Needs a Win. Because Alice would never let crap like this in her house, and being the cool parent, well, that's all I have left. It's got everything kids love. Pretty much just sugar, and everything I love. A small edge over my wife when the custody hearings start. Alice is the better parent, sure, but Daddy serves candy for breakfast. So let's see what my daughter remembers when the judge asks her who she wants to live with. Yesterday, we played princess, and she wanted me to be a horse. And I said, okay, am I your horse? And she said, no, you're King Christopher's horse. Christopher is the name of my ex-wife's new fiance. I said, I'd like to be a wild horse. He said, you have to do what King Christopher says. He owns you. So I immediately pretended to buck him off my imaginary back. And I said, uh-oh, he broke his imaginary neck. And double uh-oh, you can't visit him in the imaginary hospital because he isn't yours or technically anyone's real family. He did not like that. Or when I said, I guess that makes me the horse king, and my first law, women can't remarry so fast. She called me a bad horse and a worse father, and I sent her to the imaginary gulag, and I do not know why I did that. So, yeah. Hopefully this cereal fixes all of that. You can also have it for dinner if you're too tired to microwave a hot dog. When mornings get hectic and Dad makes playtime about his issues again, I know I can always count on Single Dad Needs a Win. The box even has fun activities on the back for my daughter to do, like a maze that starts at Dad's house and goes all the way back to Dad's house. Because if you're like me, you want what's best for your little girl. As long as that's you. It has to be you. It has to be you. Because if you're like me, you saw that Chris got your kid a freaking scooter, even though you were going to get her a freaking scooter. You just forgot to remember that. So you broke into your old house with a key. You promised that you flushed down the toilet, went into the garage, stole the scooter, and threw it in a lake. Then you got a little drunk on double Bahama Mamas at a very disappointing Buffalo Wild Wings single mixer, and you felt bad. So if you're like me, you got the scooter back from the lake, but you cut your foot on a sharp rock because you couldn't get your precious New Balances wet, and you have medically soft feet. If you're like me, you went back to the garage, and there's Chris. working on his microbrews. And he's like, what are you doing? And you're like, don't talk to me like that. I'm the horse king, bitch. And he's like, Jesus, Rick, your foot is bleeding. And if you're like me, you're like, that's cranberry sauce, dumbass. And he's like, from where? And you're like, from fuck you, that's where. And if you're like me, you take a swing at him. But if you're like me, you're like 15 feet away from him, so you just fall and hit your head. And if you're like me, it makes you crap your pants so bad it ruins your New Balances anyway. And Chris has to pick you up by the waist, put you in a slop stink, and wipe you down like how they do a baby. If you're like me, he drives you home and puts you in bed. And by bed, I mean pile of blankets. Because if you're like me, you bought a water bed, but you never filled it up. So you've been sleeping on a bunch of pillows like a bad dog. Please say you're like me. I need you to be like me. Because if you're me, your daughter's teacher sent her home with this picture that she drew. They wanted to know if everything was okay at home. I told them that I think Chris might be hitting her. So, yeah, I think things are going to be okay. Single dad needs a win. Part of a balanced breakfast when dad's not.
Hey, Eric Feurer, everybody. Yeah.
Wow. So fun.
So fun. That piece has it all.
Sad dads.
It's
Trauma.
got sad, it's got that. And I'll tell you what, that's really hitting for me harder than anything else, you know?
Really? You okay, Justin?
I'm okay. I've been solo parenting for 3.5 weeks, and it's fun.
The real like conversation is like, do you wonder who your kids like better? Is it you or your wife?
There's no, at this point, they have to like me better. They have
Option B is no one.
Exactly. There's no other option.
Oh, fun. Connor Ozer says, who draw the picture? It's very good. If you'll believe it, Connor, I found it online.
Really?
Yes.
That is weird.
I found that online.
You didn't add the dad?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Wow. That's
I don't
a crazy
believe so.
coincidence.
It's old though. Yeah. Kathy, this is so real, Eric. Do you have a kid we don't know about? No, but I had a father that you do know about. So that's why it's so real, if you can believe it.
Wow.
Almost filmed this pre-pandemic. That's why we had this whole box made and everything. But
that box is very good.
It is a good box, right? Honestly, The box is very important. It's nice.
That's a great keeper prop. That's on the shelf. That's on the wall.
It is on a shelf. It's on my bookshelf.
Yeah.
It's just nice.
And
Lulu Lime says,
you should film that.
I stole this character from Carlos Mencia. That's true. This one, I did steal this from Carlos Mencia, and it had a lot more does in it, if you can believe it. I just took all those out.
Nice. Wow. That's a deep insult, I guess. It's a deep cut insult.
It is true. Stevie, of course, bringing up American Neck, which is the only recording I have of this for reasons unknown to me and only known to the deepest recesses of my brain. Instead of saying the line, I bucked him off. I bucked him off my back and told her he broke his imaginary neck. I said he broke his American neck. There's no reason why I said that. And the audience went, huh?
That's a good. I like just asterisk American neck. Carly, the change in music help. Great music in this piece, I gotta say. Really, it's just really beautifully done. The music.
Justin's saying this room because
I'm just saying this because I like the music. I like the transition between the two musics.
I had no idea, folks, that Jorge doesn't trust Justin to understand tech. And this entire time, get this, everybody. This entire time that Justin texts instead of Jorge told him just play the stuff off your phone because he just thought that Justin couldn't hack it.
That is not why. You know why I think it is, Eric? It's because I'm also on the show as myself, so my speakers will. I have the headphones in. It won't work that way.
No.
Yes, because of cancellation.
You think that
you're getting canceled.
Sorry. Okay. Well, here's what I love. First of all, Jorge would never let me on the show, right? He would totally know how to kick me off the show.
You're just doing your thing.
Secondly, I've got 3 points to make. Secondly,
3?
Wow.
you've already made the box for the cereal box, which is great. This is a great piece. This is one of your hits.
I can't believe
He's accumulating comments. I love
I
it.
can't believe that this is going to end with him saying something to me and not.
Why would you not print off the drawing?
Because it's for a Spencer, have you? I'm not sure. Like, I know that you're like Mr. Showbiz. Maybe you've never been to a live show before, but at live shows, a piece of paper doesn't show up very well to an audience of 200 or 300 people.
But he's saying for the live stream.
Nobody say anything about me casually dropping 200 or 300 people. We're just gonna let that slide, okay?
What?
that I have
200, 300 people,
300 people that come to your character show. Got it.
Yeah.
So
but the box does well.
The box does okay, but it's also there's also
the box. I don't know, 8.5 by 11.
This is a new part of the show where Spencer comes and hoists us on our own petards for attempting to do.
You're right. You're right. Let me ask you something. Here, okay, Spence. You're right. Go ahead.
Why are we doing this?
Ready?
Yeah.
Spence?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a picture of you in a bathtub not enjoying yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Good job. Yeah. Nice try.
Oh man.
It's a picture of me dressed up as a Power Ranger Halloween.
It's stupid. It should have been the other thing. That's my note on your childhood. But I'm saying make the picture as big as the cereal box. Do you use the cereal box in the live show?
I do use the cereal box in the live show. Unfortunately, Spencer, I'm not taking notes at this time.
Okay,
Yeah, well, take the rest of your notes offline.
That's
you have a third point.
Oh yeah.
What I really liked about that last interaction between you two is Justin said the exact correct thing of why you can't play music and because of the headphones. And Eric just went, no.
There's no way that's true. I don't believe that at all.
All right, you're doing tech next week. I'll see you later. You're doing tech.
Okay. Got it.
Fuck.
Now
it's time. Speaking of tech and how we pay for it, if you have any love for us, if you believe we should fill this for rent sign with dollar signs, send us some cash, and we will at our business Venmo at Characters Welcome. Because if you do, we will read the comments live on here, which brings us to one of our most popular segments on the show.
True,
and that is Zcor Zeppelin presents Stoner Thoughts. Stoner Thoughts.
That's a really good Jorge impression, actually. That's pretty
Thank you.
good.
It's weird when you see my mouth move. Here it is from Mr. Zcor Zeppelin. Potato, boiled, broiled, mashed, or made, or glass. These dope set carbs will get you high, get you high, get you high. Tone it down or you'll get thunder thighs. But hey, I like them thick, fried on a stick.
I believe those are Rush lyrics.
Yeah. I like it. We're all the Zcor comments. The Stoner Thoughts really head back to hair metal
bands for sure. What's your favorite type of French fry? What's your favorite French fry?
I'll take from a fast food situation or any.
No, like favorite like your favorite gender of French fry. Like what's your favorite species of French fry?
I guess I would go curly fries from Arby's, McDonald's French fries in the second spot.
Really? I do like curly fries. I'm a big curly fries fan. Low-key, waffle fries, not bad. You don't like waffle fries? Or are you paying attention? You hear?
Sorry, I just got another comment in that we have to read here. This is from a donation. This Spencer guy gives great notes. More of him.
Oh no, that better have been $100.
That was $1 from Spencer Griffin.
Oh, what a dream!
Really good.
What a dream!
Really good stuff. That's a good bit.
That is a good
bit.
Speaking of good bits, I am really excited to bring out our next guest. What do you say, Justin?
I think that's a fantastic idea.
I'm excited to bring out this next guest because this has been in the news, folks, and I want to
captivating news story.
It has been in the news. There has been a company that has been not doing a great job, and
at an important job, let's say,
at a very important job, and the people that have been coming out to speak about it have been disappearing, silence. So I'm very excited to hear our very next guest. Please welcome a Boeing whistleblower. Yeah!
So ein schönes Mädchen.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Why would you say that? I don't. Maybe I'm not in on the joke, but I don't know why Eric said that. I do work for Boeing. I don't know anything about anything. And I'm not just saying that because whistleblowers keep dying under mysterious circumstances after testifying that higher-ups knew the doors would fly off the airplanes. Listen. We all have day jobs. That's not what we're doing here. Maybe Eric misunderstood. We were talking in the chat about nothing. I'm here to perform a character piece. So Eric, can you re-intro me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please
It's cool.
welcome out to the rectangles a sea urchin.
Hello, I'm a raggedy little urchin, but I live way down under the sea. I'm sorry. I just wanted to clarify that I'm not trying to distance myself from Boeing. I love Boeing. Honestly, if anything, I'm a corporate helper. They made me join the union. I don't think we need one. In our legal system, how it works is if you get a subpoena, you have to talk to someone. But you don't have to say anything, especially if it's gay. So that's how it works. Who needs parents when you can be friends with shrimps and clams? Also, I work in admin, so I wouldn't even know what happens to the doors after 600 hours of flight time or whatever the problems are. If there even are problems, I don't remember that. Don't remember I said that. I didn't mean to. It doesn't count. It's all alleged, right? Like legally speaking, if you can't ever get any testimony out of known malpractice on court record, it can never be proven. So I wish I had some brew to eat for my supper, but alas, we've got down here is salt water. Please, sir, can I have some more? That tasted weird to me. That tasted off. Does poison taste kind of metallic? Does it taste like almonds or will someone screen record the rest of my set? I just want to say I have a kid and I'm in perfect health and I'm happy. I love my life. I love the little things. I love butterflies. If anyone has a problem with me, I would hope that they would just talk to me and give me a chance to explain myself. Not that I have anything to explain. I don't even like to explain stuff. But like, if you think that I'm doing something you don't want me to do, just tell me. Will you please keep recording me when this is over? Like, just be in my house for the next few hours or days or weeks, just in case. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm being insane. I'm sorry. This is so stupid. I know I'm being paranoid. And the worst part is, I know the sea urchin bit is a fucking and I'm going to do it tonight and just like crush on this stream. So, you know what? I want to redo. I'm going to reset. I think we all deserve that. I taught an octopus how to be a pickpocket.
Hey!
Oh, where'd she go? Oh, blackout. Haley Hepworth, everyone.
Haley Hepworth, everybody.
Wow.
buddies.
So,
That's such a fun piece. So topical.
Yeah.
Great hat.
it is
Thank
a
you.
good hat.
Honestly, it's one of my kids' friends' Halloween costumes. So
Wow.
it all
It's
came
working.
together.
All
It's
coming
working as a
together.
sea urchin. Honestly, dude, I do wish that we could see more of the sea urchin. You know, what would happen? What's next for the sea
Yeah.
urchin? What is it like to sweep chimneys under the sea?
Yeah. Where do
Yeah.
they burn in those chimneys? Is my question.
Yeah, there's no flash down there. I really don't
Who can
know.
say? Who can say?
I really-
So what are your opinions? Like, I think we're in a safe space where we can talk about this. If we have to whisper, it's okay. But what are your opinions
Yeah.
on the Boeing stuff? Thoughts?
Oh, I think probably they're killing people.
Shh, shh, shh.
Here's the thing. How do you kill once they blow the whistle? Why do you kill them then? You gotta kill them
Well,
before.
I think that's kind of what's the issue is like people who are like mid testimony. At least like one of them was like, okay, they were deposed, they were giving testimony, and then they were supposed to like fly out of town, and some Boeing lawyers convinced them to like stay overnight and finish out their testimony the next day. But then they were killed that night, or they died that night
Yeah, nice language.
They
choice.
died.
of natural causes.
A guy,
A young person who had had no health problems died of pneumonia or something.
yes, the second guy that died was like a 45-year-old dude who was like a self-described health nut who died of like a lung infection from nowhere.
It is weird, and that I know our conspiracy brains go to that. I also think it's crazy that we should be focusing on the fact that Boeing planes keep fucking up, and a dude died on one like 2 days ago.
Yesterday!
Yeah, yesterday.
So
It was
bad.
yesterday. I wrote this bit yesterday and I was like, I hope this is still topical. And then it was.
And it was.
Immediately it was.
They were
And
like,
I feel guilty about that. I feel weird for
You
having that
caused
hope.
this.
and they were like, it was the weather. There was nothing we could do about it. The plane dropped 6,000 feet in like 2 seconds. But how come that's the first time the weather has ever done that? I don't know.
Weather's crazy, man.
I guess the weather is getting crazier because of this other conspiracy
That's
theory. Have
true,
you heard of
too.
this? Some of these left-wing nut jobs are talking about global warming.
Yeah. I know. Pick your poison.
No.
It's a badass move from a corporate point of view to be like, yeah, the weather's crazy in the air. Fucking nuts. The plane went down further because of the weather.
Let me ask: is this so? All this stuff in the news, you're right. This like distracting us from the real thing. Boeing planes are made out of Legos. Is that going to change any of your guys' like plans for flying?
No.
Second thoughts on it? No,
No.
right?
Sadly,
Unfortunately, I booked flights yesterday to go to my cousin's wedding in July.
You're writing
When
this piece about
I'm writing this piece, I honestly am like, God, okay, my brother's texting me this flight. I need to take a break from work. I'm working on this piece so I can click over to this other tab and get this flight.
No.
I was hoping where I was like, this news just came out. Maybe that means it'll be less expensive. It's not.
Damn,
Yeah,
It's not.
that's a hilarious late stage capitalism viewpoint to be like, ooh, I hope that the prices for flights go down because they're falling apart.
This guy got his fucking head collapsed today.
That's so
Oh
funny.
man,
This piece about murder reminds me to buy a product from the company that's murdering people.
That's how they get you. And me, we're all in this together.
100%.
Zcor says, you can boycott Boeing on many travel sites. You can literally I didn't even know there were other planes. I thought Boeing was like the plane.
It's crazy that the trustworthy planes are called Airbuses, but they are.
Interesting.
That's the other plane manufacturer that a lot
Not
of
the one
planes
from
have.
Speed, Eric. I know this is all very overwhelming for you.
And Rodney Dangerfield is involved in which part of this?
Yeah. I just booked a flight on Conair because it's the safest jet.
It's
out
the
there.
safest one.
Built by Con.
The subway of the sky, they're calling it. Oh man, tough. Haley, what have you been up to lately? What's going on?
Well, I'm on a character team at UCB currently that Eric is actually directing. So that's been very
Nice.
fun. We've been having very fun shows and frankly, very fun rehearsals.
We have
Wow.
we had a pitch the other week like 2 weeks ago we had a pitch that I was like, I went home and Callie was like, how was I? I was like, I laughed harder than I maybe have ever laughed for longer than I've ever laughed. It was fun.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so nice.
Fun times. I
Yeah,
walked in the
really, that's
room.
why we do it, folks.
I walked in the room, Justin, and somebody I was like late, which is normal. And the chairs were like set up in like a tight circle facing each other. And I was like, oh, this is weird. But we're gonna do this, I guess. And it was so fun. It was so fun. Oh my gosh.
That's fun. Touching knees, making comedy.
It was good. It was good. I remember the days when Justin was my director on Characters Welcome, and he had a baby strapped to his chest that was
That's
not in
only a couple times did that.
But it was like you would be like in the back, like trying to get the baby. Like,
good.
pacing back and forth, being like, "You could be doing this, maybe."
Yeah.
I mean, last time I did this live stream, I think was like 3 years ago during COVID lockdown, and I was like 9 months pregnant, and nobody knew because you only see right here.
Yes.
That's crazy. What character did you do?
I think I did Shelly Miscavige.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Yes.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Hosting a little morning show from
That's
wherever she is.
Wow,
That's nice.
So fun.
Another rip from the headlines. That was very topical then.
Yeah, which is funny because in general, I don't do topical stuff.
Well, you're getting them now.
We're getting them now.
In
We
there.
are getting them now. Yeah.
Nobody's safe. You hear that, folks?
Yeah. Something about the live stream really brings it out of me.
Yeah, you're just ready to
Get them because it's live. It's present. It's in their faces.
Yeah,
They're watching this at Boeing right now, cringing. They're terrified. They're shaking in their little expensive Italian boots.
They're thinking I should reconsider some things about sort of the culture of my workplace, I bet.
Wow.
And that's
or
the
they're
power of
actually
coffee.
sending a high-priced hitman to come kill you.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Haley's just her apartment got hit by a plane. It was insane.
Very dark.
Nothing else. So bizarre. Oh man. So what do you got coming up? You got some shows coming up, yes?
I do. Yes. That team that I'm on that you direct, we have a show. Our next show is June 12th. It's going to be very, very fun. So many very funny people on that team. It's at UCB in New York, which is back. The energy is great. It's all very fun.
So bad.
Check that out. It's on UCB. And then I also, and I hate to say this, I also have a show on the 31st. So
Wow.
Haley.
yeah, we're kind of coming head to head at 7 p.m. on Friday next week.
What is that show?
Wow, what's the show?
It's at Caveat. It's part of Projector Fest, which is a very
That's
fun couple of nights if you're New York based, Lower East Side, Caveat. I think it's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday nights. So it's solo shows. 2 30-minute solo shows are paired together in each time slot. I'm paired with Kylie Brakeman, who's incredibly funny.
Yes, very
I don't know
good.
if she's done the show, but she's Deadeye Brakeman on a lot of socials, and she's very, very funny. She's doing a 30-minute show, and then I'm doing a 30-minute solo show that is based around a premise of a woman who was at the Beatles' debut in 1964 on the Ed Sullivan Show when all of the teenage girls were screaming and screaming. She was one of those women, and the NDA is up, so she's here to expose the truth of why they were really screaming.
Wow, fun. That's
Very
great.
fun.
And does the person that put that in, is that Reed Kavner that put
Yes.
that together? Very
Yes.
funny person who has another really funny show. Justin, have you heard of Next Slide, Please?
Yes.
Yes, that's Reed. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Very, very fun. Well, that sounds awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So folks, think about going to that show while you're sitting in our show. That's going to be awesome.
Or kind of come out, make a statement. I don't know. Go against the grain. Look at
That's
kind
a
of who's the
You see
David, who's the
both?
Goliath. I don't
Try
know.
and see both. You could do both. Ours is at we start at 7:30.
I'm at 7.
We
They're at
start late.
7:30.
Yeah, we start late. We're in the bar. We're a bar in the bar in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Daddy
Loose.
serves candy for breakfast over here, so you can come hang out with Daddy. It can be fun.
Plus, our show's gonna stop so everyone can read Eric's tiny sign that he's gonna have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring it close because now I'm changing all of my projections to printouts, folks, and they're gonna be on 5x7 note cards. Everyone in the audience gets one. I'll tell you when to look down.
That's cool. That's an experience, Eric.
That's good. Haley, thank you so much for being here. That character
Thanks so
is
much for
just
having me.
So fun.
a rocker. It's so good. And crush your show next Friday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Thank you.
That's
We'll see
nice.
you soon.
We've lined it up.
Yay. Bye, Haley.
Yeah, Haley.
So funny. Wow,
Very
folks.
fun.
We
Okay, so here's
We
a
don't
new
have
movie for you.
we don't have time for this.
Wow.
Actually, Spencer, would you like?
He donated $1, Eric.
It's true. I should let you back
What do
on
you
there,
think the
Spencer.
movie plot of My Octopus Teacher is?
Oh, yeah.
I know this one. It's a
This
guy.
one
That
he
fucks,
knows.
it's a guy that fucks.
Okay,
an
fine. What do you think the movie plot for Denzel Washington's Flight is.
I know that one. It's a guy that flies a plane upside down because he's drunk.
Wow, that's pretty
Wow.
good. He doesn't fly that way because he's drunk. He actually saves lives.
Well, then I don't understand the movie.
We have a late-breaking donation from Kathy L. Eric, use this money to rent some movies from Blockbuster so you can get caught up. 25 bones. from Kathy L.
Kathy L. Come
You know
on.
why, Eric? Because she believes in you getting your shit together.
Kathy, I'll tell you what, Kathy. Post a movie in chat that you want me to watch. I will watch it, and we'll do a segment next week. We'll do Eric's.
Oh, that's fun.
We'll do Eric's movie
Famously,
review next week.
Famously, I said my favorite movie was Joe versus Volcano, and Eric did watch that, and he hated it, and he thinks I'm less of a person because of it.
I really think that is a dog shit movie. It is a fucking donkey of an experience. It is
great movie. One of my faves. Kathy L says Frequency. Great movie.
I have not seen it.
Yes,
I don't know anything about it.
That's a good one too, because it's a movie that is a little woolly, and the people that love it so hard.
Oh my god!
Said my comfort movie is Frequency. What? You're
I'm
reading the
reading
premise.
It was directed by Gregory Hobbit. Some type of Hobbit. Great. I'm pumped. Kathy, I'm going to watch Frequency, and I will let you know. I'll make a little presentation about my experience watching Frequency.
That's great.
Kathy, thank you for the donation. Appreciate you for that. That is awesome. Little goes a long way. And we are coming to a very difficult part of our show, folks. That is the last character part of the show. I would never burden Justin with having to almost tech a show and almost introduce the last character. So I instead
almost take a show.
You're so mad. So upset.
Yeah, nuts. I've been in a blind panic the entire hour, the whole time.
You're crushing it. You're crushing it. Let me say, Justin, I am proud of you because I've said this before. You normally, when you have to take a show, you give me about 40%, and you've given me 100% today.
I love to hear it. I love this time. This is one of my favorite things to do through every week. So it's a blast.
Wow, that's nice. It is a fun time, but like all fun things, they're gone eventually. And so
they end and run slightly longer than you think they will.
It's true. So we are down to the final character of the night, folks. We are going to kiss an hour and 7 minutes on this show, and I'm sorry for that. But what I'm not sorry for is the raw, unadulterated, pornographic talent of this next character. I am so excited for this fucking sex fiend, this pervert, this absolute trough hog is about to come on. Folks, if you like stargazing, you like stars. And if you like, what are celebrities but the stars that live
on stars on Earth?
But stars on
stars
Earth.
We can touch.
And I'm so sad, like we talked about mid-century modern, but have you ever heard of this? A modern country star? Whoa!
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch her. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nicht mehr alleine tanzen.
Well, howdy there, folks. I'm country music recording artist Tuck Huggard. I love country music. It's an American tradition of Americana in the country of America. Songs about hard-handed men working their jobs, getting too drunk and punching a fire, or fucking their Ford F-150 right in the tailpipe. That's my kind of music. But America is always changing. Just the other day, I looked up and was like, since when do all these cars have seatbelts? Nanny state. But real country music stands the test of time, except for the hundreds of songs about confidently waving the Confederate flag. As you all know, my granddaddy was Dirty Dirt Huggard, the man who put country music right there on the map. You all know his big hits like My Wife is a Rope, My Baby's Drinking Out of the Horse Bucket, so drinking out of the horse bucket's all right by me. And of course, his biggest hit, I'm so poor, I don't know what a quarter is. I'm so poor, is this money or are these buttons? Granddaddy paid for his first house with buttons, just like Dolly Parton. Now, his songs like that, they come out of Granddaddy's hardscrabble upbringing. He was born and raised in a wheelbarrow in the tiny town of Dogshit Mountain. His daddy was living as a dynamite taste tester whose only hobby was getting kicked in the head by a donkey. His only rest every week was when on Sundays he got struck by lightning. Granddaddy's mama, God bless her, she helped out the best she could by making shoes for mosquitoes in her spare time. And she wasn't raising all 17 of those beautiful blind children of hers. Granddaddy was the youngest, so he had no real parent, leading to such songs as I Spank Myself Because I'm My Own Daddy. And of course, my dentist is a screwdriver. I'm still haunted by the teeth I once had. Granddaddy still died haunted by those tooth ghosts. But I like to think that I bring the same energy to my country music. Now, sure, I don't have the same hard scrabbled childhood because I grew up very, 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 very wealthy, living off the immense money my granddaddy made in his career. But my struggles are just as real. You can hear it in my heartbreaking songs like The Wi-Fi's Not Working in My Speedboat. I'm still hungry after the tasting menu. And of course, my biggest hit, Small Dicks Look Bigger When You're Rich. I speak for the common man. I was born on a private jet and I still drink breast milk to this very day. My first job was I never had a job. What is a job? My hands are so soft, I sometimes bite into them because they look like fluffy little marshmallows right down below my wrists. And I'm so rich, I don't know what a quarter is. I'm so rich, is this money or a Viagra pill? Good stuff. And I just have one question for you that gets to the heart of this real country music I talk about so much. Is this a guitar? I don't actually play it. I just hold this because it looks great on Instagram.
Justin Tyler, everyone. Wow. Everyone, speaking of shaking in your Italian boots, the country stars of today to year are absolutely furious with you right now.
Yeah, no, they're coming for me.
Is it? Tell me if this is an unpopular opinion.
I'm going to go with yes. I'm going to start with yes and see where we get.
The new Beyonce song that is so popular.
Oh, no.
Texas Hold'em. That's like, so park your Lexus. Let's go hang out at that dive bar. We're getting down, 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 down. Do we feel like Beyonce has ever been inside a bar that the floor was sticky? That served beer and shots?
How dare you? She's from Houston. She knows what's up.
You think so?
I don't think she wasn't rich her whole life.
She wasn't?
I don't think so, no.
No. All right, fine. I guess it is.
I want to shout out Connor Ozer. This has huge Andy Daly energy. And honestly, while I was doing it, I was like, I sound like Andy Daly. And I had never thought that before, but yes, great.
It is a joke smorgasbord, as Connor Ozer says. Take a drink, Justin. It's a joke smorgasbord. It is very good. Also, I'm being told that I have pronounced another word wrong. Unadulterated.
You did say it wrong, but it felt like you just misspoke.
Unadulterated.
Yeah, that's right. Unadulterated.
Unadulterated. Titanic.
That's right. Titanic. That will always be the best. Troy Justin broke the chain of parent characters. Ironic. I'm living my life as that character.
It's true. You don't need any more of that. Is that a new piece, Justin?
I wrote it a long time ago, but maybe I never did it on this here stage.
Let me be the first, probably not the first person to tell you this, but the latest person to tell you this. I don't like what wearing that hat does to you.
What are you talking about?
See, I can already tell, dude. You are that shit.
I'll tell you what, this speaks to this in a way that I don't like either.
Well, you're just enjoying it. Wait, I can already feel the fucking power. You're like,
here's the thing. I used to wear this hat unironically outside. I used to just wear this to the bar. I definitely did. When my wife met me, the first time she saw me, I was wearing this hat and a jean jacket with a star on it.
Oh man, dude, I'm not
at a regular, not at a sheriff costume.
You must have either been the funniest motherfucker in the world, or you must have had a bulge in your pants that looked like a fucking spaceship. There is
A
no
trough hog,
way.
to use your words.
You must have had a real trough hog. There is no fucking way that she was like, yes.
I swear that's what I was wearing.
Connor
She
Ozer, it's so
mentioned it.
tiny. We're gonna assume he's talking about the hat, not
Yes.
about
The hat also doesn't fit me, but this was someone gave this to me, and it belonged to their uncle, whose name was Snake. Uncle Snake. That was his name.
You told me about Uncle Snake.
Yeah.
That's true.
Uncle
forgot
Snake
about it.
Bisa.
Wow. Well, you could do this character on the show on the 31st, Justin. You could just put a
Might
microphone
do.
in front of your face. I will say it does not count as a musical character. This is not this. You have not given us a song. You still have to give us a.
You think I don't know that? It was so hard to sing the shitty little lines I had in there. I could barely do that. And you want to hear me do that without a break for words and jokes?
Kathy says it's too small for your head, and that is because obviously, Kathy, it fit like 20 years ago, but Justin has learned a lot since then.
Exactly. My brain just keeps growing, Kathy.
Now
What
sing
about
it.
now? What about this? Hello.
What about now?
What about now?
What is the question?
What about now when I pull it down like this? Like
What
it's
about
like-
now? What does it fit better?
Does this work now?
No,
Does
now
this
you look
work?
like fucking Stinky Pete, the prospector.
Wait! I'm in plastic.
Who was that?
What about now? What about if it's like this?
That's better. Now you look like you're about to go to Oaxaca with 9 of your best gal pals.
Oh man, dream trip.
Oh, what a dream. Folks, that is our show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Spencer in the private chat. Spence here?
He's here,
Oh.
but he's
There he is. Okay.
wow. He's pulling a Jorge. He's pulling the Jorge.
Great. Thank you so much to Spence.
Pretty
Thank
good
you,
there.
Justin. Thank you to
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, us. We have this show every freaking Wednesday. We have a TikTok. We have a YouTube page. We have a live show coming up. We have content. We have friends. We have drinks. We have yawns. We have fun. We have a Discord. You can join our Discord right now and talk and give me your favorite what Justin's hat makes him look like.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Did you celebrate the 4-year anniversary?
When was
It was
that?
this month.
It was
Of the
it
live
was-
stream show?
It was May of 2020.
4 years of the live stream show, folks. Can you believe it? If our
That is
live
amazing.
stream show was me in college, that he would only have 2 more years to go before he graduated. That's
I want to say
amazing.
you started this on on late in the month, like May 20th.
Yeah.
Would that be right?
So it basically is our 4-year anniversary. Folks, I'll drink
Okay,
today.
then we're all here together. The whole gang's here.
And it's not a single thing's changed.
Nothing's
Not a single
changed.
thing has changed.
Nothing's
4
changed.
years ago, it was just me in my apartment doing my thing. Justin,
Same.
I will say it's pretty much the same characters.
that's
Wow.
great. Really good
This
point.
motherfucker. I just had a freshie here, Spence. So suck it. And I have a document of it's 160 pages long of characters in the last.
And we're going to send it to you, Spencer, and we really need your notes on it and your thoughts because we want to.
immediately,
We really need-
especially
Make
Prop.
sure it's big enough because I won't be able to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on like poster size cardstock via USPS.
Good.
So get ready for that.
Good. What a dream. Thank you, folks, so much for being here. Stevie, thank you for being here. Stevie, thank you to our glorious mods, Stevie. They are here today. Our Discord mod. Check out the Discord. Come hang out. It's gonna be great. Lulu Lime says you look like kissing Kate Barlow.
Love
I
it.
love that. Let's head on over to Discord and give Justin a good old fashioned little roast. Justin, give me a nice little face. Give me a nice little face for the little rectangles. Let's see it. Wow, look at him go.
Double guns.
Wow, very nice. Folks, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week. Cool.
Cool, very cool. Bye guys. See you
Bye
soon.
byes.
Bye byes.
Bye guys. Bye byes. What